Children, this is a session we are going to have today on NAPCC, which we discussed in short in our development chapter. Today, we will have a detailed discussion on this topic, that is India's National Action Plan for Climate Change. And this lecture series is designed to facilitate, learn and understand the concepts, eliminating the need for continuous screen time. So let us have our discussion today on climate change and India's National Action Plan, which was launched on 30th June 2008 under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. This action plan, it had 8 core missions, and that came out as a result of our attendance and participation in G8 summit, which took place in Tokyo, in which the main nations were France, Italy, Germany, UK, Japan, USA, Canada, and Russia. And then they added another list of 5 members like India, Brazil, China, Mexico, and South Africa. Then we took this as a challenge in that summit. And then the birth of NAPCC in our country took place. And this action plan, which already I told you has 8 core missions, aim to bolster the country's climate, resilience, and environmental standing without hindering the necessary growth that the country requires to meet the needs of its rapid growing population. See, children, here, I have told you a word that is a new word, that is bolster, means to strengthen or support our mission. Then India is witnessing the devastating effects of warming planet. This is also one of the reasons why our country undertook NAPCC mission under 8 goals. What are the effects of environment or climate change that we have to discuss today in detail? Children, here, the effects are deadly heat waves which we are facing now everywhere in our country, changing rainfall patterns, and an increasingly unpredictable monsoon season, and which results in droughts, threatening agriculture and food security, rise of sea levels resulting in seawater intrusion, more intense natural disasters, species extinction, proliferation of vector-borne diseases, which we faced recently in 2020 corona. This mission for sustainable development, which is very much related, has 8 goals or missions, and they are National Mission for Sustainable Habitat, National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Water Mission, National Mission for Sustaining the Himalayan Ecosystem, which is very important because geographically, only Himalayan ecosystem is taken as a mission, an important mission. And other missions are related to other areas of development. Especially this Himalayan ecosystem is different from other things. Let us learn in our other sessions. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge for Climate Change, National Mission for Green India. These are the 8 goals or missions under NAPCC. Let us, children, here, we have to discuss about sustainable habitat. That is the first mission undertaken by Government of India under NAPCC or National Action Plan for Climate Change. This means to achieve a balance between economic and social development of human habitats together with the protection of environment. Here we have to discuss what is meant by the balance between economic and social development of human habitats together with protection of environment, means that is very much related with the environment protection. How we balance, because human activities are causing lot of disturbances and damages to the other habitats like bird habitats and animal habitats, and for which we have to develop lot of concern as India is undertaking many projects which may cause lot of disturbance. That is why India has a mission to protect the environment and the other habitats along with the developmental projects of our country in various aspects. That is why it is very much related with the sustainability development. And one more aspect here we have to take into account, that is equity in employment. What is meant by equity in employment? Employment opportunities will be provided. That is also one of the missions for the Government of India, because growing population and the children, the students like you, they come out of the schools and colleges expecting a job, and wherein every child, every student here, every adult expects some decent package of money, and that comes under equity in employment. Employment opportunities should be provided by the Government of India, because every year colleges and universities, schools, colleges and universities are releasing many people like you expecting a job immediately, for which Government of India also has to take into consideration some amount of money which is expected by the people in the job, which is undertaken by the government, is a concern. Why? Because the standard of living of the people, because of the disturbances caused in agriculture and other areas, that demands more income. That is why in this sustainable habitat, equity in employment is also taken. Children, here, what I want to explain more about equity in employment is minimum wages in employment is a must, and government has to give more importance for that, because it has to once again look into a fact that the population should not go under poverty and below poverty line, for which equity in employment is taken as a project under sustainable habitat. And the other things in this are shelter, basic necessity. That is also a project undertaken by Government of India. House for Everyone is a project that is undertaken by the government. Basic services and social infrastructure is a must because schools, colleges, and hospitals for healthcare, all these are to be given importance by the Government of India under social infrastructure so that every aspect for the development of the population that should be in progress, in gradual progress. So, social infrastructure is also taken as a project under sustainable habitat. And next one is transportation. Here we have to discuss more about transportation because under sustainable habitat, we are disturbing forest areas for the implementation or for the projects to be undertaken for the establishment of corridors so that they can cover the areas and reach the destinations with minimum use of fossil fuels. So transportation is also taken as a measure under sustainable habitat. No doubt, already we have disturbed many of the forest areas that we are going to learn in another mission, that is Green India. Let us discuss in other sessions about it in detail. And this is the first mission undertaken by Government of India under NAPCC. Children, under transportation, once again, let us go in detail that the corridors, those are laid through forest areas by the Government of India as it is inevitable to reduce the distance and to reach the destinations and to use the reduced fossil fuels. The government has undertaken these projects, but this is once again disturbing and destroying the habitats of birds and animals, and which causes imbalance of our ecosystem. That is the important point we have to understand here. And the imbalance is going on. At the same time, though India is taking up the sustainability development, here India is taking once again the other projects to make a balance of that. That is protecting forests and reserved forests in order to give importance for the natural habitats of birds and animals, because that is very important for the balance of our ecosystem. The next point in this mission is National Solar Mission. This mission is an initiative of the Government of India and the state governments also to promote solar power in our country. All of you know, children, that India is a tropical area which is situated mainly in the tropical region, wherein we face more hot areas, which is in one way an advantageous position for us. Why? Because we are able to trap the solar energy. And this is a must for the Government of India, because this will supply energy, solar energy from sun, which is a renewable resource. We are making use of thermal electricity and hydroelectricity, but we have to reduce the production of these two because already coal is exhausted and hydroelectricity, no doubt we are producing, but that is not sufficient. When solar energy, a renewable energy, is available in our hot areas, this project is also a very important mission under NAPCC. Bhadla solar plant located in Rajasthan, we have to take that example because all of you know that Rajasthan is a hot area and largest solar park situated in our country is in Rajasthan, which holds the title of largest solar power plant in the world with the power generation capacity of 2,245 megawatts, followed by some other solar parks by various nations like China, next Egypt. Once again, let us discuss that India has 4 solar power parks. The first largest power park situated in Rajasthan, that is Bhadla, is giving the second place in India in Pavagada, which is situated in Karnataka, which is producing 2050 megawatts of solar energy. Children, here you can make a note that India is the largest producer of solar energy by 2 solar power parks. One is situated in Rajasthan and other is situated in Karnataka. The other 2 important solar parks of our country are situated in Andhra Pradesh. One is in Kurnool Ultra Mega Solar Park, producing 1,000 megawatts of solar power. NP Kunta Ultra Mega Solar Park producing 978.5 megawatts of solar energy, which is situated in Anantapura. The full form of NP Kunta is Nambula Pulakunta Ultra Mega Solar Park, which is situated in Anantapura, Andhra Pradesh. So this is the importance of the National Solar Mission. That is the second mission undertaken by Government of India under NAPCC. The third one under NAPCC is Energy Efficiency Action Plan, which was a private-public initiative to create sustainable, aggressive national commitment to energy efficiency through the collaborative efforts of gas and electric utilities, utility regulators, and other partner organizations. This energy efficiency action plan undertaken by Government of India, it is a collaborative project in which both private and public sectors are taking part. Why private sector is also given an importance and initiative is taken by them by the influence of Government of India, is to create a sustainable and aggressive national commitment. The commitment should come from the side of states, state governments, where we have the energy resources, and for the efficient usage of these energy resources, the involvement of state governments, private sectors, these are very important. And here, a word is used as aggressive national commitment. In the sense, here commitment should come from the side of the state governments, private people, public sector, national government. In the sense, it is a collaborative effort to bring in more efficient efforts in the preparation of gas and electric utilities and regulators and utility regulators and other partner organizations. With this, we can understand that partnership of organizations is a must for the energy efficiency production in our country. This is also a very important action plan undertaken by Government of India under NAPCC. The fourth one is here, the National Water Mission launched in the year 2011. This mission, with a per capita availability of water reducing every year. Per capita availability of water reducing every year. In the sense, here you can understand that the growing population and availability of water in the country, total availability of water in the country, that you can take into account potable water, that should be distributed equally where water resources are less, where availability of water resources are more. Equal distribution should be given. So here, this is given importance by under NAPCC because availability of water for per capita is reducing every year. In recent situation, in this summer, in metropolitan cities, we faced the shortage, acute shortage of water supply, and people suffered due to it. And this is a point to be noted, and it is very much clear how water is reducing every year. Reducing groundwater table, that is also already we discussed in our previous sessions, how groundwater is depending upon the amount of rainfall we get. So rainfall is also a very important source to increase the water level in ground and the ground table. This results in prolonged droughts. If rain comes, floods are natural and devastation takes place, people suffer. There is a lot of loss of property and people. And this is due to excess rains. This imbalance is only due to the imbalance caused to ecosystem. Water conservation is very important issue here. And storage is a cause of very significant concern for every citizen in the nation. That is the reason why here National Water Mission was launched in our country in the year 2011. This is also another important aspect or a mission under NAPCC. Children, today we discussed 4 important missions under National Action Plan for Climate Change. And here, in the water mission, there is a slogan. There is a slogan of the National Water Mission: catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. So you can understand how important water is for us, for growing population and the demand for it. And it is to nudge the states and stakeholders to create appropriate rainwater harvesting structures. This is a must for us in our country because water levels in our country are reducing day by day due to the disturbances in rainfall. And suitable to the climatic conditions and subsoil strata before monsoon, that is, the structures, rainwater harvesting structures are suitable to the climatic conditions and at the same time subsoil strata before monsoon, because India is a tropical monsoon country. We discussed today some new words. They are bolster, resilience, nudge. Bolster means to strengthen or support. Resilience means able to cope and recover from setbacks. What are all the setbacks? We have to recover from that for sustainable development. Next, nudge. It means to touch, especially in order to gain attention for certain issues. Here I want to give you one more important point, that G8 summit, which took place in Tokyo, wherein a +5 nations was added in that summit. India was able to participate in that. Before that, in 2007, there was a summit under the title G7. Before that, PMCCC means Prime Minister's Council on Climate Change, PMCCC. In that, our government of India, it took part, active part, wherein it made certain points how to make progress with sustainability development under 8 missions. Then itself it started to plan to have NAPCC. So this commitment to the climate change, the bad effects of the climate change, made India to undertake NAPCC. These are the points we discussed today, children. And if there are any queries, we will have a separate session under question answer session. Comment if you have any queries. And in next sessions, we will discuss about it in detail. Stay tuned.